My name is RobJefferies. I manage the Positive Behavioural Management training team. My talk today was about the function of the Positive Behavioural Management team. In addition to that, the reason that it was developed in the first place, based on sort of previous sort of difficult periods where there's scandals in hospitals, etc., in care, where people were poorly treated, and use of management techniques that were purely reactive, and when they were used were not very safe for either the staff using them, but primarily for the service users in the seat of them. So that was the reason that the sort of model was developed. But in addition to that, we were going to talk about how it impacts locally in both health services and the wider community. The impact of the PBM team, or Positive Behavioural Management team, locally, is that we train trust-based health staff in both a proactive and reactive component, so to keep themselves safe and keep other people safe if incidents of challenging behaviour should occur. But wider than that, we support community teams and families in the same sort of way. We develop individualised packages of support for those, particularly for families of children and young people and adults that may challenge. In addition to that, we use the model to support reasonable adjustments to do things like clinical processes, like taking bloods and giving inoculations. I think the thing that I would hope people take away from the talk today is that whilst the name of the model is positive behavioural management, the emphasis needs to be on positive, obviously. It is very much the reactive component is a last resort. Everything else about the model is proactive in so much that we're trying to understand why behaviours occur and try and repair those things. So if there's a trigger known, or we identify a trigger for a behaviour, how we can meet that person's need in another way. So we work on the basis that behaviour is functional for a person, in that they behave in a certain way to achieve a certain outcome. So we try and look for more positive ways to achieve the same outcome, and they can be things like needing social attention, being able to communicate their needs, etc. So that will be the take-home message for me, is that it's a positive intervention as opposed to a purely reactive component.